Welcome to Today in Courts. The Calcutta High Court today transferred the investigation into the violence that occurred in the Birbhum district of West Bengal to the CBI, in which 8 persons were killed allegedly in retaliation to the murder of the TMC leader Bhadu Sheikh. The order was passed by a bench of Chief Justice Prakash Srivastav and Justice Raja Rishi Bharadwaj in a suo motu case taken up to consider the issue. The court explained that the order was passed in the interests of justice to instill confidence and to have a fair investigation on the issue. The CBI was directed to take over the case and to submit a progress report on April 7th. The central government today told the Supreme Court that government officials in New Delhi's Sujan Singh Park near Khan Market are being forced out of their flats by bouncers. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta mentioned the matter before Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana and sought its urgent listing, which was allowed. The centre had moved court against a verdict of the Delhi High Court from January 2020, which had affirmed the decision of the Additional Rent Control Tribunal, directing it to pay the amount to the respondent Shobha Singh and Sons. The property in question comprises of residential flats in Sujan Singh Park, which were rented out to government employees at concessional rates as far back as in 1944. The government had paid rent up till 1989, but thereafter, due to many breaches by the respondents, a slew of litigation ensued. The Supreme Court on Thursday held that filing of false claims for ex gratia compensation for COVID-19 deaths is a punishable offence under Section 52 of the Disaster Management Act, besides being against morality and ethics. The Supreme Court said that nobody can be permitted to misuse ex gratia compensation as it is unethical and immoral. A bench of Justices M.R. Shah and B.V. Nagaratna therefore allowed the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare to conduct random scrutiny of 5% of the COVID claim applications sent in from the states of Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. The Supreme Court has held that both Ayush and Allopathy doctors working in government hospitals are entitled to equal pay, and that discriminating between the two amounts to a violation of the right to equality enshrined in Article 14 of the Constitution. A bench of Justices Vineet Saran and J.K. Maheshwari therefore upheld the Uttarakhand High Court judgment that set aside the state government's move to grant different pay for Ayush and allopathy doctors. The state had in 2012 recruited 2 types of doctors under similar wages, but later on doubled the salary of only allopathic doctors, arguing that their work was far more serious and important, a point that it reiterated in the courts. The Madras High Court on Friday took a serious view of a temple being constructed on a public road and stated that even if God encroaches upon public spaces, the courts would direct its removal in the interests of safeguarding the rule of law and public's interest. Justice M. Anand Venkatesh, while dismissing the appeal, stressed on the fact that no matter who encroached the public space, the same should be prevented. We have enough temples and no God has made any request to construct new temples by encroaching upon public spaces by raising a structure in the name of the temple, the court said. The court directed the concerned temple administration to remove the entire construction put up on the public street, failing which the municipality was directed to ensure the public was able to have access to it.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon.